to PHS Connect. In this episode, we invited 10 high schoolers from around the world to share their thoughts on school, COVID-19, and so much more. Let's meet the participants.
Hi everyone, my name is Anusha. I'm in 11th grade and I go to high school in the US.
Hi, I'm Pilar. I come from Argentina and I am a junior at PHS.
Hi, my name is Jamila. I'm 15. I'm in grade 11 and I live in Ivory Coast.
Hi everyone, I'm Alyssa and I'm from Malaysia and I'm currently in my first year of A-levels.
Hi everyone, I'm Felipe. I'm in 11th grade and I'm in Taiwan.
Hi, I'm Henrik and I study in Taiwan and I'm currently a 12th grade.
My name's RL. I'm from Indonesia. I'm in 9th grade.
Hi, I'm Nick. I'm from China mainland and I currently studying in Shanghai.
My name is Liu Yanchen and my English name is Charlie. I am grade 12 and I am from China.
Hi, I'm Grace. I'm a senior and I'm in South Korea.
Hi everyone, my name's Serena and I live in Lebanon and I'm in 11th grade now.
It is difficult to balance between sleep, social life, and school.
I'd say school is like the most difficult to balance because there's so much homework, and especially since I'm taking like AP classes and I get like a lot of homework every night, it's hard to like do everything at once.
I mean, personally, especially during the period when we have a lot of exams, it's definitely hard to balance social life and, sleep and studying up to like 12 at midnight. So yeah, it's definitely hard, especially during the pandemic where we're having barely any rest, worrying about the next day.
Yeah, I agree with this thing as well because our time is limited. So, and particularly in the application season, there are a lot of things to do, and we cannot like spend a lot of time on social life and sleep.
High school relationships are about making memories, not about making commitments.
I don't think I'm able to have a say in this, though. I've never been in a relationship. I don't know anyone who's in a relationship. Most of the people I know who are in relationships are probably already married, so yeah.
I somewhat disagree since I think we can't generalize in this topic. Some relationships can continue after high school, while others don't last.
I don't have like somebody to have like a romantic relationship with. So for me, it's more of like the memories I make because once I leave high school, like everything I did in high school is going to be a memory rather than a commitment I did. So I would like to remember like those good days. So yeah.
Well, I said somewhat disagree because I think it like really depends on the person. I know a couple that's been dating for like over a year now, and I know they're gonna try to do like long distance in college. So I think it depends on the person.
Yeah, I agree with what Grace said. I think it really does depend on like how the person is and like what they're looking for. So I can't really speak for everyone, but for me personally, I disagree because I'm willing to make commitments.
I rely on my parents to make academic and social decisions for me.
I think like definitely when I was younger, my parents kind of like had this standard for me that was like you have to be the best or something. But obviously as I got older, like the choices I make are mine at the end of the day, and yeah, they might have this standard, but it's up to me if I want to like please them or if I just want to do my own thing.
For me, my parents strongly like support my decision, so they won't like cause any interference with my like future. They'll always respect what I choose to do. So I think that I will strongly disagree with this decision.
For me, like it's 50-50 because, for instance, for the application, my major and my school choices are mainly I decide most of them, but also I listen from my parents because they have some experiences which I don't have.
I also agree it's a 50-50. I think they're mainly here to guide you and not take the decisions for you. But listening to them and taking advice can make your decisions clearer, and guide you in a way.
Racism is prominent in my school or neighborhood.
The racism in where I live, it's quite tedious, you know. People sort of incorporate, you know, the color of your skin with like sort of classism, I suppose. You know, people often make racist jokes very passively, which sort of disgusts me because like I'm actually surprised because I come from a place that believes in unity and diversity, but I don't think a lot of the people uphold that.
I think when people stereotype, they have the tendency of being racist in my country, since they consider that if you're from a specific country, you have this background and everything. So I think our role is to stand against our racism and really consider the situation the other way around. So as an international student, when I go abroad, I really want to be welcomed and not looked at my background, but at who I really am.
In China, and we have not met with other peoples in different countries. So, but in our schools, we are educated with the concept of we are fair, like to everyone in the world, even though they have different colors or they live in different part of the world, because we see them as all together as a unity.
I think my government is dealing with COVID-19 effectively.
I'm going for the point of view of Brazil. Even though I'm not living there during the pandemic, I have friends there. And like, though they did like do a lockdown, like the president doesn't believe in the coronavirus. So he like got rid of like medical experts and stuff. And so it's not really working and the cases are really high.
My country our situation is very delicate since Lebanon is going through a very difficult economic crisis. So imagine people are torn between hunger and the pandemic. So going in lockdown means no work, means staying home, and most of the people can't afford staying home since they have to feed their children. So imagine having to choose between catching this virus and feeding your child.
For me, my country's government did a great job to stop the spread of COVID. Even though our country is near China, we did our best to stop the spread inland in Taiwan. And to spot the spread in England, we control the population who travel abroad, and they make some notes and record their journey about their travel. So therefore, till now, only a few hundred of people were infected, and they are treated with great medical care.
I mean, as someone from the US, I can't really agree with how our government has handled this. Like, especially having a president that doesn't believe in the virus and, you know, condones not wearing masks and refuses to make it a legal obligation. I think it's turned to more of a political struggle, and I don't think that's how it should have been handled at all.
I have a clear vision of the career I want to pursue in the future.
I would agree. I want to do like something with psychology. I don't know which university I want to go to yet, but like my parents support me and they're happy that I'm like doing something that I like. So I'm really happy that they that they support me like that.
I know what I like and what I might want to major, like maybe in college because I like art, but in terms of like career, I really don't know like what I'm gonna do.
Personally, I know what I want to study and where I want to study, but as a choice of a career, I always think that it's possible to change. Nothing is certain, so I can study psychology right now, and in the future, my job could be related to business because you know nowadays everything's related. So you don't have to be somewhere; you can be everywhere at the same time.
I am comfortable talking to my parents about personal issues.
I think because I'm an only child, my parents kind of raised me in a way where I was more like, you know, like their best friend rather than like their kid that they're always like nagging 24/7. So I think because I was brought up that way, I feel really comfortable talking to my parents about all of that.
As an only child, I look at it slightly differently. You know, I have a good relationship with my parents. Yeah, we're pretty close, but the thing is, we have different views on certain things, and I think that sort of is a bit of a struggle for me to express sort of like how I think and what I think about their views, because we sometimes strongly disagree, but I don't want to get into any fights. You know, I'm a very passive person.
I could agree, and though sometimes I'm very hesitant because I don't want them to like judge me for my decisions. I know they went through the same thing at one point, but sometimes I relate mostly to my older sister who she already went through some things. But like I feel comfortable sharing stuff about my personal life with them.
I disagree, since I really think that there's this generation gap between me and my parents. So I think they don't deal with things or even think about things the way I do. So yeah, I don't feel comfortable talking about my school, my world, and my friends.
I would choose the higher ranked college over the one I identify with.
In college, you really need to catch up. So if it's most likely to be higher ranking, it's more prestigious, therefore also requires you to do a lot of work. And personally, as someone who isn't really that intelligent in school and academic wise, you know, I think it's better to like enter college that sort of, you know, fits you and fits your pace of learning, rather than something that's super prestigious but you can't keep up with.
I think you shouldn't choose a college by its name, but should go to a place where you really fit, where you find yourself, where you it would be easy to express yourself, to find the major you love, and really just be comfortable.
I think ideally it would be best if a higher ranked college is also the one you identify with, but I think realistically, like when you go to a higher ranked college, you're likely to better get into better like jobs and have more opportunities. So I think it's important to also like think about that too.
For me, I would choose a college that fit me better rather than its rank. Like for example, I would like to be a psychology therapist. Rutgers University is ranked very high in psychology, but not very high in like national ranking. But I will still consider that as my priority.
My best friends know everything about me.
I could somewhat agree. Like I do share a lot of things about myself and like what's happening to me, but like some things I want to keep personal, and some things like not that I'm embarrassed to share, but like some things that I just want to keep to myself. But you know, like the basic stuff, then I think I do share a lot of things. But I feel like sometimes you need that personal kind of barrier.
I feel like I'm the kind of person that like feels better when I just vent and just say everything that's on my mind. And so I think my friends like sometimes even know me better than I know myself.
I have too many friends and not many best friends, because you know when I try to define best friends, I have like a very high standard, so I'm just going to say friends for now. I don't necessarily trust everyone. I have slight trust issues. You know, there are certain friends I will share certain things about my personal life with, and certain friends I will share other aspects of my personal life with.
My school gives me a lot of homeworks and tests.
In China, our high school, and every students in high school, they have to attend a final exams for them to attend to a college. In our high school, they almost have the tests every day, and they are study about everything, and the homework they almost study till the midnight, like 12 o'clock, and then they sleep only 6 hours and just prepare for one final test.
In my case, my school took sport as top primary objective, but not really in academic areas. For example, I play for my school's basketball team last year, and my school will give me huge support in this area, but not giving me pressure on academic subjects.
My school gives me a lot of homework, but like most of my teachers don't give me that much tests or quizzes. But there's like a lot of homework, so like every day I'm staying up very late to finish everything, which is kind of exhausting. But it's because mostly of an online school, so.
Why are we still having tests in a pandemic? Like, that's my big question.